to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and...
Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm covering the Nordstrom anniversary sale, which does launch today for select card holders. I'm covering the items which I really think are worth it that are featured in this year's sale. So these are all tried and tested items I absolutely love, as well as the pieces which I also own but I perhaps don't think are quite worth the money. So I hope you guys enjoy this and let's get started. If you're curious as to what I ordered this year, I do have a whole blog post listing every single item that I ordered, which is already live. So I will go ahead and link that in the description section if you wanted to check it out. I do also have another video going live later today sharing the items that I'm most excited about. So if you prefer video form, you can wait for that, but if you don't want to wait, then I do have the whole blog post listing every single item. In addition to my blog post, I will of course be leaving all the links for everything I mentioned in the description section, and I will also pop everything into a top comment and pin it to the top as well. So first up is this coat from Reiss, and this was actually featured in last year's sale as well, and I think it was the quickest selling item from the whole sale, or at least it felt like that. It went crazy quickly. I believe this sold out on the first day, so if you are shopping today and you had your eye on this one, I would definitely check out as soon as you possibly can because it really did move very, very quickly. So this is their classic camel coat. It is absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't experienced Reiss tailoring, then I would highly recommend it. I own countless pieces from Reiss. I'm a huge fan of the brand. They are definitely more on the expensive side though, so any savings are definitely welcome. And this is just such a gorgeous piece. This one is unlined. That is a question I got a lot last year, but the vast majority of wrap coats I experience in general are usually unlined, and that's everything from cheaper ones right through to S Max Mara and Max Mara. I can only assume it's because of the way that the coat is cut and the way it falls. Maybe it just makes sense that wrap coats are unlined, but the vast majority are generally speaking unlined, and this one is no exception. And it is just absolutely gorgeous. Fits really, really nicely. It's a very nice quality fabric as well. Very, very soft, not itchy at all. You have pockets as well, and it's just fantastic. Mine has worn incredibly well. And it's just one of those items which is so classic that I feel like you're going to have in your wardrobe for years to come. And now for another piece of tailoring, and this one I believe is new to the sale this year, and this is one of their classic blazers. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I was so excited when I saw it included in the sale because it is truly just such a beautiful classic piece. The fabric quality is absolutely amazing. Like, it's a very nice kind of thick durable fabric. It is fully lined as well. It is a double-breasted style. You have these beautiful buttons right there. You do have this pocket detail on the front as well. I'd say the fabric does have a bit of a texture to it, so it's kind of like a herringbone texture, but it's not too in your face. So because it's black on black, it's very, very subtle. It's a very sharp fit as well, so a very nice elegant silhouette. It is a little bit more on the longer side, so it's not like a boxy fit. It's very slimming and elongating, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. Reiss blazers are always so nice. I have so many different versions in my wardrobe, and they really do last. Like, you can buy one and 10 years later I feel like it still looks completely current and up to date, and they're just fantastic. So any saving again that you can make on Reiss is always welcome. I feel like this is an incredibly solid buy, which is just such a classic piece. Next up is a dress from Reiss, and there are so many great Reiss pieces in this year's NSale, so I am featuring quite a few in today's video. This gorgeous leopard print dress is also included, and I love this thing. It is such a great go anywhere piece. You can really dress it up or down, and it's the kind of thing that I feel like it looks good with heels, but it also looks great with sneakers, good with knee-high boots. Like, it's a really nice transitional one which you can just wear to so many different occasions. It is a full-on leopard print one, which I'm always kind of 50-50 about, but because the tones are quite muted, it really does seem to work. It does have a nice easy collar. The sleeves are semi-sheer, so it has this kind of chiffon type feel, and it's just a really nice gentle floaty one. You do have a tie waist, so you can cinch it in at the waist to create a really nice shape. You can also swap in your own belt if you want to as well, and you do have some side slits as well. Just so nice, really lovely quality as well, and at the end sale price I do think it's very good value. Now for a beautiful silk shirt, and this is 100% silk, so the quality is incredible. This exact one is included, and I believe that the color feature featured in the NSale is a Nordstrom exclusive. So it's this stunning electric blue. It's a really, really vibrant shade, and the actual shirt is just stunning. Like, it's a really, really gorgeous fit. Again, very classic in terms of just the overall look and feel. You do have a slightly more fashion forward element with the oversized cuffs. I do tend to roll mine up, so it just makes it very, very easy to do so, which isn't always the case with every single sleeve. So I really appreciate the exaggerated cuffs for that reason. You can obviously wear it long sleeve as well. And then apart from that, it's a very simple button down. You do have hidden buttons as well, so the detailing on it is lovely. And it's just an incredible piece, really beautiful, very, very classic, and the electric blue shade featured is just stunning. And then next up from Reese is this beautiful blouse, and this is the same print as the dress that I showed. If you can't tell, I really, really enjoy Reese leopard print. I think they do it so well, and this is a really pretty floaty one. So it's a bit more of a longer length, so it's perfect to wear with skinny jeans or faux leather leggings because it does sit a little bit lower. It's another really floaty one, so it does have this semi-sheer effect. You do have a nice collar as well, and then usually the side slits that they have are cut very, very high, so it's kind of got like a drapey fabric feel to it. It's really elegant and lovely. I will try and show you how it looks in a mod shot. You can also wear a camisole with this if you do want to be completely covered up, or if you wanted to be a bit more daring, you can obviously just wear a bra underneath. So there are different options, but it's a beautiful piece. It has really beautiful draping on the back as well, and that leopard print is so great. Very, very easy to wear and team with other accessories, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And again, with the NSale price, they are very, very good value pieces. And now for a Free People favorite, and I didn't actually buy this from the anniversary sale. I think I bought this actually full price a couple of years ago, but it's a classic one that Free People bring back year after year, and this year they featured it in the NSale, so you can get it for a really good price. And it is such a great piece. This has rave reviews, and for good reason, because it's so classic but a little bit different as well, and I just love it. So it's basically a tunic sweater, so it does sit a little bit lower. This looks great with faux leather leggings, which is how I tend to wear it. It has kind of a funnel neck type design, so it's not a proper roll neck, but it does sit a little bit higher, but it is quite a wide neckline, so it doesn't feel suffocating at all. It's a really nice knit one, and then it is a long sleeve, and you kind of have a semi batwing effect, but it isn't super exaggerated. So whilst this isn't skin tight, it is fairly form fitting, or at least it is in the size that I got it in. And I just love this. It's a really easy one to wear. I remember I wore this to a trip to London. I absolutely loved it because it went really easily from day to evening. We went to a pretty fancy restaurant, and I didn't feel like it felt out of place at all. Would highly recommend. 2 years on and it's still going strong. Really nice quality, and I just love mine. I was so excited to see it featured in this year's NSale. And now for a pair of jeans, and I think these might be my favorite jeans of all time. Like, they are so good. They're from AG, and they're just the skinny jeans that don't quit. I got mine, I want to say like 5 years ago. It's been a really long time. I have washed and worn these countless times, and they still look fantastic. Like, there is absolutely nothing wrong with them. If there was, I would happily buy another pair, but honestly, I don't need to because these are still going strong. The reviews are absolutely glowing. There are hundreds of reviews, and they are all pretty much 5-star, and for good reason. Like, they really do live up to the hype. So if you're in the market for a new pair of skinny jeans, I don't think you do better than these. They are so flattering, so comfortable, and they just last and last. So would definitely recommend. I would not be without mine, and they've just been the most fantastic NSale buy ever. Next up is a sweater, and this one is from Treasure & Bond, which in general I think is a very underrated brand. Like, everything that I've gotten from Treasure & Bond I've been so happy with, and full price they are very, very good value already. So at the NSale price they are even better, and the fabrics are always just so great. Like, they're very soft, very cozy, very comfy, and I just think they're fantastic, especially for the price points, which tend to be very, very accessible. I absolutely love this one. I think I got this from last year's NSale, maybe the year before, but it's great. It's a really nice kind of off the shoulder one, which is a little bit asymmetrical. It does have a rib design, and I'm guessing it was pretty popular since they brought it back this year. They have this in a whole host of colors. It's just one of those pieces which is really nice and cozy for the colder months, but it still has a little bit of something extra to it as well. And now for a long cardigan, because it wouldn't be the anniversary sale without featuring a long cardigan, and I picked this one as my favorite, which has made a return this year. So this one is from Castellon, and it's absolutely fantastic. I bought mine, I want to say 3, maybe 4 years ago, and it's still going strong. It's a really classic piece. Again, cast on is great because not only are they fairly affordable, but the fabrics are also really nice quality as well. Very soft, but they wash and wear very well also. And I just love it. It's the perfect fit as well, because often I find that longer cardigans can be a little bit bulky and unflattering, whereas this has the nice combination of being cozy enough to still actually be functional and warm, whilst also being very flattering too. Really great. It has pockets on the front as well. And for me, this is just a no-brainer why it's so popular. It is truly great, and it's a very good price in the sale as well. And now for my quick fire round. So this is a new feature that I'm doing this year, but it's basically to cover items which I have talked about many times before, are worth mentioning again, but I don't want to do a whole in-depth review just because I have talked about them so much. So first up on this list are bras. The NSale is a fantastic time to stock up on some really great bras because they have some amazing underwear pieces featured. So my two favorites are, one, this strapless bra. Sadly, these don't fit me at the moment. I am still breastfeeding, so I will do mod shots, but they will be older ones when these bras actually fit, but I'm keeping hold of them in the hopes that they will fit me again one day soon. So this is the Wackle strapless bra, and if you want a bra that doesn't fall down, that is actually comfortable and properly strapless, this is the one to go for. It is so great. The reviews are glowing for a reason, and it's my go-to strapless bra when I'm not breastfeeding, so I would highly recommend this one. And then for a really unbelievably comfortable everyday bra, the True & Co bralettes you cannot go wrong with. I also got these for my mum. She is equally obsessed with them because it just feels like you're wearing nothing. Like, they are as soft as butter. They really have a nice amount of stretch as well. They come in a variety of skin tones, and it's really just such an easy one to slip on. They almost feel like a really high-end sports bra that you can actually wear every day under your clothes. Very supportive, very seamless, and you just won't want to go back to normal bras after you've experienced these. And now for my CC mixed media top. I've owned these for quite a few years now. I think I bought my first one about 5 years ago, and I've been obsessed ever since. I have the short sleeve versions, I have the long sleeve versions. I just love them all. This year the short sleeve version is included, and what makes these special is, one, they are incredibly comfortable. Like, it feels like a pajama to put on. It has this really nice soft kind of jersey drape, so it just glides over everything, incredibly flattering. But you also have this little mesh detailing right there on the sleeve with this kind of Swiss dot pattern. So it's very cute. It just elevates the top into something a little bit more special. And again, it feels like pajamas while still looking pretty smart and pulled together. These are what saved me during lockdowns when all the meetings were via Zoom, and I basically just wanted to be in pajamas, leggings on the bottom. I wanted to wear something comfortable but smart on top. This is what I'd wear, and they are absolutely fantastic. And now for faux leather leggings. They have a few featured, but my favorite are always the Spanx ones because they are just so comfortable and they always look so great. I got the pregnancy versions as well when I was pregnant, and I wore those all the time. And they're just the perfect faux leather leggings. They go with everything. It's so easy to slip on. They smooth everything out. I think for the price, they represent very good value for money because they just last and last and last. So if you're on the market for some, I don't think you do any better. I absolutely love mine. And next up are two jewelry favorites. These are longtime favorites of mine. First up is the Monica Vinader Diamond Solitaire Necklace. This is just the prettiest, daintiest thing, and it's a really nice one if you do like dainty jewelry to wear every day, but it's also perfect as a layering piece as well. I've had mine now for well over a year, and it's just done incredibly well. I have showered in it, I've worn it to sleep, and there is absolutely no wear on it at all. And it's just one of those pieces which is so nice for every day, but as I said, you can really dress up as well, and it will always look so great. And then secondly, it is a Nordstrom sale mainstay, and it is the cubic zirconia earrings, which look so realistic. These are so great if you didn't want to splurge on a pair of diamond earrings, or maybe you already have and you wanted something that was great for every day, or maybe even for travel where you didn't want the stress of something that expensive on your ears. These are absolutely perfect. They look incredible. They're very comfortable to wear. I have very sensitive ears and these don't bother me at all, and the price is just so good. These almost always sell out as a result of that, but would definitely recommend if you can get your hands on some. And now for my list of things to avoid, and first up here is kind of a mixed one because on one hand I love these, but on the other hand I would want to issue some words of caution. So they are the Moonlight pajamas, and I have been a long time fan of these. I have several pairs, I've been buying them for years, but Over the past few years, I find the sizing to be really off with these, to the point where I order them and I find that I can't wear them because they're either ridiculously large or ridiculously small. So I order accordingly the next year and I feel like they change all over again. So if you live in the US and Nordstrom returns are just super easy, then this is not one that you have to worry about. Maybe order 1 or 2 sizes if you're unsure, but if you're international like me and returns aren't so easy, this is definitely one to be a little bit cautious about. I have mine in the extra small, I think, and for me these fit kind of large, but it was absolutely fine. But last year I feel like they ran really small, so I am giving them another go this year and hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that the sizing has corrected itself. But yeah, definitely one to be a little bit wary of. These pajamas are so great if you can get the right size, but it has been very tricky to do so in recent years. Next up is the Vince cardigan coat, and I got the version of this last year. I think this is a slightly updated model, but it does look very similar. This one is definitely more of a splurge, and to be honest, I got mine, and whilst I did like it in theory, I found that the cut was a little bit bulky and it just didn't fit quite as flattering as I wanted it to, and I think part of that is also probably my body type. I did end up giving it to a friend of mine who we're approximately the same size, but she is quite a bit taller than me. So I'm 5'7" and I think she's 5'11", so she is really tall. She basically has the body of supermodel. I'm very jealous, but she looks so great in so many things, and it looked really great on her. And I felt like it just felt really frumpy on me. So maybe it is a height thing, I'm not really sure, but if you are my height or maybe even a bit shorter, then I would definitely be a little bit cautious with this one because it is so much money and I just didn't feel like it was particularly flattering on me at all. It is supposed to be an oversized fit, but even so, I just couldn't really make it work, and this was definitely a purchase I regretted. So definitely be aware of kind of what proportions usually suit you. If you are maybe on the taller side, this might look great on you, but for me it was definitely a little bit of a disappointment. Next up is an item from Barefoot Dreams, and Barefoot Dreams hardly ever makes my misses list because I love the brand so much. I think their fabrics are incredible, but I spotted that they had a robe included in this year's NSale. I also have a robe from them which is from the same range, which is the Cozy Chic Light range. I've got to say I've been really disappointed with this robe. It's really remarkably heavy for an item from their so-called light range, and generally Barefoot Dreams fabrics do tend to be on the heavier side because they are so cozy, but I expected this to be much lighter considering the name, and it really isn't. It is fairly heavy, it's very substantial, it kind of drags you down a little bit because of the weight as well, and there isn't a whole lot of stretch to it either, which means that if you ever kind of push up the sleeves at all or roll up the sleeves, they do tend to stretch out in a pretty bad way. So I've stopped doing that, but the sleeves are also quite long, so they do tend to get in the way a little bit. And generally speaking, I just don't find this to be particularly flattering, particularly comfortable to wear because of the weight. And honestly, I just expected a little bit more. So I would definitely be wary of this. If you do have the opportunity to go in store and actually feel the fabric and you like it, then definitely go for it, because generally I find Barefoot Dreams to be absolutely wonderful. But for me, this fabric is a little bit too heavyweight, at least for what I wanted, and it just isn't a favourite for me for that reason. And then next up, I do have a Vince dress, and I will put a disclaimer here saying I do not own this dress, but this was one that was on my wish list. I wanted to order it, and then when I looked closely at it, I decided against it. So this is also kind of a general point, but I would definitely utilize the videos and also really zoom in on the photos when you are shopping this sale, especially if you are primarily shopping it online. My general rule of thumb is that if they can't make the piece of clothing flattering on the model, and the models are generally picked because they look fantastic in clothes, but if there's anything ever wrong with the item on the model, then that is a huge warning sign, because if the model especially selected for this can't make it look good, then chances are I won't be able to either. And this one just seemed a little bit lumpy and bumpy over the bust area. It didn't really lie flat, and I just didn't think that the cut looked all that great, especially for something that was this expensive. And Vince is one of those brands where I've had such good experiences of them, but I've also had some really bad experiences, particularly when it comes to the NSale. So I ordered one item from Vince from this year's sale, so I will report back how I like that. But it's definitely something to be a little bit aware of, especially when it comes to the more pricey items. Really zoom in on those photos, be super critical and analytical, and make sure that you're really happy with the fit if the items are particularly expensive and you're not sure about them. I hope you guys found this video useful if you are shopping the sale. sale. As I mentioned, I do have a blog post featuring every single item that I ordered from this year's sale, so I will link that below if you wanted to check it out, as well as all the links for everything I featured in today's video, along with sizes as well. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.
I don't know how or how you do it. You blow my mind without a word. Ooh, stuck upside down. I might be dreaming.